Welcome back to the show. We got crypto executive order and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on X, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, look at this. $3.79 trillion market cap for crypto, almost to $4 trillion. We're up 2.6. Bitcoin, 105,100 plus. 3,400 plus for Ethereum. XRP at 318. We're up 4.5 on the 24 hours. So you can see the news on the Crypto Council executive order and so much more. We're going to go over it. Tether 138 billion plus at number 4 spot. The range of XRP price is 304 to 320. We're sitting at 317. Head on a swivel. America's waking up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. XRP Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. We got a new promo. You need to see it.
2025 is well underway, and the future of XRP has never looked brighter. With a pro-crypto president and Congress, the possibilities are endless. Exciting things are happening, and you need to be a part of it. Join the XRP family this May 30th and 31st at the iconic MGM Grand in Las Vegas for XRP Las Vegas 2025, the ultimate gathering for XRP enthusiasts, investors, and visionaries. Connect with industry leaders, gain exclusive insights, and celebrate the future of XRP in style. This is your chance to be at the heart of the action. Don't wait. Tickets are going fast. Secure yours now at XRPLasVegas.com and join the XRP family in Las Vegas at the world's largest XRP conference, XRP Las Vegas 2025. See you there.
And I'd say the evolution of finance and Web3 is well underway, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I tell you, we nailed it on that one for the theme this year. Now take a look at this. Atomic Wallet. This is the second time that Atomic Wallet has on X has thrown shade on XRP. I'll say it as many times as needed. This won't age well. Atomic Wallet needs to fire whoever's doing this. This is not a good look for your business. Mika says here, and everybody retweets it and gives them the attention they are seeking by posting stuff like this. And I get it. I get it. Micah makes a great point. But the only thing I have to say to that is that, honestly, I don't know that the people at the top at Atomic, like the CEO, realize what's going on with the account and who's actually doing this. And to me, I don't think that any CEO would want you throwing shade on any cryptocurrencies that could be involved with their business at Atomic Wallet. That's just me. So I'm hoping this gets to the CEO and they rectify the matter once and for all. John, the crypto godfather, ladies and gentlemen, take a listen to his thoughts on where we are right now and with everything in the market. It's a great overview.
How can the SEC in good faith continue to prosecute Coinbase or Kraken for selling tokens when one of the tokens they're selling is the token of the President of the United States of America?
Right.
And so I'm just saying is how in good faith does Paul Atkins and Hester Peirce and Mark and them at the SEC, okay, we are the President of the United States, the First Lady of the United States, the First Family of the United States, they're all into crypto. We're selling their tokens, but we're still going to prosecute you. And so I think it's fair to think that those appeals are going to get dropped. Those cases are going to get dropped. I just don't see how you don't in this environment. I just don't see how you don't.
Yeah. Yes.
And so Paul Atkins, if I'm advising Paul Atkins, and I'm not, but if I was, I'm saying, listen, you come in, there was a judgment in the Ripple case. Say, hey, Ripple will drop the appeal. You pay the fine that Judge Torres issued. I know a lot of XRP holders are going to take issue. They shouldn't pay any. I get it, but I'm just telling you, there is a judgment
Right.
Of record. And so we drop those cases. Ripple's case settles, appeals drop. They're moving forward. XRP has the regular clarity. And focus on putting in guardrails to protect people from pump and dumps,
Yeah.
potential meme coin pump and dumps, and let's make sure that we don't go from this one extreme to the polar opposite extreme where consumers are not protected.
You know, he makes a fantastic point there, and more to come on that, because I have in the next video lined up a great breakdown from the crypto czar David Sachs himself, acknowledging that he feels that meme coins are like baseball cards. They're like collectibles. And if that's the case, watch out. I may be releasing a collectible soon. President Trump signs the crypto executive order to create national digital asset stockpile. Oh, you're going to love all of this. But the Bitcoin maxis aren't. Oh, we'll get into it in a second. What a historic day for crypto as President Trump signs the executive order to create a crypto council. I would like to recommend Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, and Perry Ann Boring as council members on that crypto council. Just to get started, I think there's supposed to be 24 seats, if I'm not mistaken. But let's take a look now at what is in that executive order and why does it have so many Bitcoin maxis upset. It is signed. The executive order establishes the Presidential Working Group on Digital Asset Markets to strengthen U.S. leadership in digital finance. Fantastic. The working group, The working group will be tasked with developing a federal regulatory framework governing digital assets, including stablecoins, and evaluating the creation of a strategic national digital assets stockpile. And this is what has Bitcoin maxis so pissed off. I mean, they are pissed too. It was supposed to be a strategic Bitcoin reserve, they say, and no other coins at all. Now, this tells you the level of what you're dealing with out here with a Bitcoin maxi. Now, years ago, when Bitcoin hit 60 grand, I had one, and I sent it from one place to another, and they charged me $4,000+ to move that $60,000 Bitcoin. If you think that's a solution for the future, go ahead and unfollow me now. The working group will be chaired by the White House AI crypto czar, David Sachs, and include the Secretary of the Treasury, the Chairman of the Securities Exchange Commission, and heads of other relevant departments and agencies. The White House AI crypto czar will engage leading experts, digital assets, digital markets to ensure that actions of the working group are informed by expertise beyond the federal government. That's where I hope that the people I recommended could be on the council. The executive order directs departments and agencies with identifying and making recommendations to the working group on any regulations and other agency actions affecting the digital asset sector that should rescind or be modified. The executive order prohibits agencies from undertaking any action to establish, issue, or promote central bank digital currencies. Love that for us. And the executive order revokes the previous administration's digital asset executive order and the Treasury Department's framework for international engagement on digital assets, which suppressed innovation and undermined U.S. economic liberty and global leadership in digital finance. That's right. Good riddance to that administration. And here is the actual 1-minute video signing the executive order for AI and crypto. You need to see them both.
Executive order on AI. We're basically announcing the administration's policy to make America the world capital in artificial intelligence and to dominate and to lead the world in AI.
Do you want to say your name, your full name?
David Sachs, AI and crypto czar.
David is one of the greatest in the world at AI. Most respected probably there is. So that should take us to the forefront, right?
Absolutely. We got to win.
Okay. Thank you.
I love what he says. Yes, sir. We got to win.
And this, David, is?
Yeah, this is the crypto EO. We're going to be forming an internal working group to make America the world capital in crypto under your leadership.
Which is really going up, right?
Absolutely.
All right, David, that's for you.
Thanks, sir.
You find them exciting? They might not be exciting, but they're going to make a lot of money for the country.
Thank you, sir.
And so is David. Yep.
I love it. There it is in real time, ladies and gentlemen, captured history in the making. And this executive order, unlike the one from the previous administration, is to embrace the innovation, not suppress it. Jeremy Hogan provides his legal analysis for this crypto executive order that's been signed, and it's nothing but laugh face and rocket ships. And here is one of the Bitcoin Maxis that has been choking on his tongue since the executive order was signed, and it said to evaluate for a national reserve of digital asset stockpile instead of a strategic Bitcoin reserve. He is now taking shots hard at Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse directly now. He says the real document for Ripple and XRP, they are pro-central bank digital currency. You know, listen, this is what they don't get yet. You know, man, it's unbelievable. I'm getting convinced that, you know, well, I'll just leave it alone for a minute. But nonetheless, I'll say this. XRP can act as a bridge between everyone's central bank digital currency and stablecoins, so you're not beholden to whatever constraints are built into those central bank digital currencies and or stablecoins. And it can move that value quickly at a very low cost. Lock in. This is all probably a little hard for Bitcoin Maxis to understand because it isn't even a topic of conversation when it comes to Bitcoin because it's so obvious that it can't do any of those things. Isn't that correct? And I hold a significant position in Bitcoin, but it doesn't do these things. It failed at these things. That's where the store of value came from. I got news for you. If I was all in and only had Bitcoin, I'd be just as nervous as Pierre Rochard myself. Because I think they know a deep, dark secret. Because if you don't find utility as something in a stockpile reserve, that's why they were so specific about wanting a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Because then it would be exclusive to them. They could remain in the #1 spot and no one else could do anything about it because they know they can't beat you with utility with Bitcoin because it doesn't have the technology in a place currently today to compete with everything else out here in the market. That's just a fact. Again, I hold a significant position in Bitcoin. Pierre Rochard says here, the biggest obstacle for strategic Bitcoin reserve is not the Fed, not the Treasury, not the banks, not Elizabeth Warren. It's Ripple XRP. They're aggressively lobbying against the strategic Bitcoin reserve by throwing around millions at politicians desperately trying to derail it. You know, this guy is freaking out. He's losing it, right? When the reality is that, you know, they used one asset back in the day to back the dollar, and it was gold, and that didn't work either. But God bless this guy's pointed head. He can't get it figured out. And here's more where he goes on to attack Brad Garlinghouse. Brad comes in after the comment that I just read to you, and he says, unless you're choosing to ignore the core tenets of the POTUS campaign, which aggressively supports American companies and technologies, our efforts are actually increasing the likelihood of a crypto strategic reserve, which includes Bitcoin happening. And then Pierre comes in and says, it's tenets, not tenants. Oh, Jesus, Pierre. See, this is what we're dealing with, right? This guy knows the difference between tenant and tenant, but he doesn't know the difference between Bitcoin has no utility and everything else does. This is what you're dealing with. It's not my fault. He's the one that showed you. You know, Joshua Dalton says it right here. Many people won't like what I say below. Bitcoin cannot be the official currency of the United States reserves because Satoshi Nakamoto is still unknown, and it could be the currency operated by China. The government can 100% trust XRP because it's operated by Ripple and 100% exists in the United States. Satoshi Nakamoto cannot pay off the national debt, while Ripple can. You will be stuck with Michael Saylor and watching the XRP community become millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaires. Look, I mean, this in part is really correct. You know, it's like, and I still think they should put Bitcoin in if they do two things. Reveal who the whales are in Bitcoin so we're not pumping up someone in North Korea's bags or China or Russia that's a bad actor. And two, go public with the 4 Satoshis that the Department of Homeland has already interviewed. If you're not going to do that, take Bitcoin and throw it in the ocean then. What's the difference between that and a Trump coin? The cost of it. Matter of fact, I think it's even cheaper to move the Trump coin on Solana when the network's not down. Meanwhile, let's look at the upside here. Bank of America, which has very deep ties with Ripple and XRP, and that will not make Pierre happy. Bank of America has been at the forefront of making real-time settlements a U.S. standard since the SEC first proposed T+1 February 22. Bank of America has been laying the groundwork to support a smooth transition to T+1 for our affected clients, and I think that would probably, this is reasonable deduction, include some of those patents Bank of America has with Ripple. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley CEO says bank is working with regulators to offer crypto transactions. This just gets more fun to watch every day, doesn't it? Oh, I'm not done with you yet. Ripple Network, governed by the members, for members, the members. As shown below, the members include Bank of America, Standard Chartered, Santander, Neum, SCB, MoneyNet, Intuit. I mean, come on, we know where this is going, right? And we just got them to clear the path. The SAB 121 rule's been rescinded. We'll jump into that in the next video too. But I remind you with this executive order that strategic reserve for digital assets as a stockpile is to evaluate. So all of this is to come back within 180 days. So watch out in June. It'll be here before you know it. June or July, watch out. And remember the step function change when we're just looking at the list of banks? I don't need to show them to you. Just look at this long list of banks. Yes, that's what's coming. Utility is what that long list represents. Massive utility, massive liquidity. It's all ready to go on the bench. It's just waiting to be called out onto the field. And it's coming. And when you got people like Larry Fink from BlackRock basically pleading to get tokenized bonds and stocks.
As a huge believer of crypto and blockchain and tokenization, I want the SEC to rapidly approve the tokenization of bonds and stocks. That will simplify things, make things easier. Some of the tax on BlackRock would never have to vote on a proxy vote anymore because every owner of record would be notified through a tokenization of equities. And it would save more money for more people. It would bring down the cost of ownership of stock and bonds. So those are the type of financial reforms we need. Right.
There you go, because that's where the real utility is. How many times for years and years have we talked about the understanding that, crypto is not going to be the biggest part of the market. Tokenizing traditional finance is, and using digital asset technology to do that. There's the winner. Someone please help the Bitcoin Maxis. Who from Bitcoin has been in the picture here? Because I'm pretty sure Michael Saylor's taken a picture with Eric Trump, but he's never taken one with the president, though, has he? Oh, by the way, Michael Saylor was the biggest loser in the dot-com bubble. Look it up. Google it. $13 billion size loser. And here he is again, putting all his eggs in one basket again, which is how people get really, really wealthy. But you got to remember to diversify. If Bitcoin was at 100,000 and I was holding as much as MicroStrategy and everybody else was, you could bet I would diversify. So if the Bitcoin went down one day, MicroStrategy wouldn't go with it. But that's not something you could say today. Look at this kind of connections. Yeah, Michael Saylor doesn't get to stand with them. Michael Saylor gets to stand with his son, right? Let's take a look at the XRP to Bitcoin chart, just because it fits nice with the narrative today, right? Shout out to Ed Greg Crypto for this one. Give him a follow. He's got a group you can join. You want all the real numbers every day. He's got them for you. Let's just take a look at these. These are your possible pumps we could get. Again, XRP to Bitcoin chart. This is for all the Bitcoin maxis with Trump derangement syndrome and Bitcoin maxi syndrome. If we hit the first pump line, we would be at a $4.88 XRP. If we hit the next line here in the middle, we'd be at $14.54. And if we hit the second mark that he has here, we would be at $38.83, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. But that is the most extreme pump that we're seeing from the 2017-2018 timeline. I ask you, could it even go even further than that? Understanding that in 2017, 2018, whatever happened there, it didn't involve the institutions, or did it? And we didn't know. But if it was just the spirit animals of the retail market that made 2017, 2018 happen, then what could it be if we actually have the financial institutions along for the ride this time around? Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. We're going into the freedom zone. My, oh my, you're going to want to be with us today. Go to digperspectives.com, click the freedom zone, come on in for next to nothing. We love it. We appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. Get all your daily videos that I post every day on YouTube, but with zero Google ads, as well as I provide extra content too that's outside the realm of digital conversation, digital assets, and censorship-resistant material is inside of here as well at times. So make sure you click the button and come on in. All right, welcome back.